Okay, I got out here about, what was it, 12:30, 12:45, 12:15, I don't remember. And it's now 2:15, and still a nice day. I'm not doing any lifting. I'm just kind of scraping my feet, dragging my feet around the ground. I did look for, hey bee, good, go pollinate. I was looking for my my weed killer pump. Not for killing weeds. I wanted to rinse it out because I have two wireless cameras, for the security that are a little too high for me to reach. And they had some, from all the water, in the rain, and then the dust, they had a lot of water spots on them. And you spray a hose and that kind of helps, but it doesn't. So I took some Rain-X and put it into my weed sprayer pump. I rinsed it out first, naturally, and then I just sprayed the crap out of the two cameras with the Rain-X, thinking, hey, if it helps keep the water and the spots off the windshield, should help do the same thing on the camera lenses, seeing that they're up and they even got a tilt on them, so that should help. Alright, the wife is taking out the trash, so I'm going to, oh, here she is, so I'm going to go help her. She doesn't want me to help her with the trash. They told me not to do any bending or lifting over 10 pounds or walking up and down flights of stairs for at least 7 days. So, the warden is holding me to it. So, just that she's doing it now, and I don't want her to do it. I'd rather it not get done at all. So, me not feeling good doesn't mean make her work harder. But I want to find a piece of wood. Now, here's tons of wood. Some has character, some doesn't. I'm going to cut a slab. I don't know, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. Because that's, I think Ken had one on his about like that. And that would make a nice stand-up lamp. But meanwhile, I want to find something with some character to it. I may or may not have anything right here. So, let me walk around. I don't want to try to walk through and end up tripping. These are all done. That's another project that Steve got me into. I redid these lights, had to move them. And got another tie down here for the tractor. And another one down there. So there's 3 on each side. But I had to move the lights because I had to put the stabilizers on. Now see, this may work. No. Too quick of a bend. And like for instance, if I was to cut it, well, I don't know. If I was to cut it about here, but then it takes away the character. It won't be completely round, but I don't care. And if I cut it up here, it's got too much of an arc, so that's not going to be the one. So, don't bend over, they said. Okay. Well, if things stop falling and tempting me, that shouldn't be hanging down there. That's an eye out on somebody. Let me put this down in here. Apango! Sorry, guys. Yeah, I was doing my ancestry tree. I'm still doing that with the Ancestry.com. And, it's really interesting. You really have to pay attention, though. because you can very easily head off in a wrong direction that doesn't belong to you, if you know what I mean. And I gotta replace this too someday. It's time. This is like 10, 12 years old. I'm lucky I got that much out of it. And, you know, because you can just go off into another direction. It can happen. So you got to pay attention. So I use, the one that I pay for is Ancestry, but there's Genealogy online or something. And then there's Family Search, which is also a Mormon search thing online, and that's free. And there's another one, I forgot what it was. So I use those to kind of double check and quadruple check and triple check where I'm going someplace, you know, to check in on the name or something. Now that could have, if I shave all that off, that might work. I'd have to shave all that off. Alright, but anyway, I don't waste a lot of time on it. And you know, what time I put on it, I don't really call it a waste either. You know, it's just one of those things, sometimes you just want to do something to get your mind in another direction, or something, nothing on TV, or, you know, so, yeah, I'll turn it on and I'll get into it for 20 minutes or so. You know, and it's not every day. You know, like I say, I don't get myself involved that deeply in anything to where it eats up my life. Other than my wife and my kids, and naturally my boys. And maybe not necessarily in that order. Alright, this stuff is not going to work out here. This stuff is all too plain. So I will have to take some. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. I don't know, it may or may not work. But meanwhile, where I'm going here is, I'm back on my surname, back to 1200. And I've been finding some interesting heritage back there. Actually starting around early 1800s into the 17th, 16th, and so on. To where I have a lot of captains. Oh, here comes the train, guys. And I'm heading that way. A lot of captains and colonels that I have I forgot what grandfather that actually fought 1776. Here comes the train. Hold on. No, not that particular train, but that train line. And that train is a through train. That's the train that everybody keeps jumping in front of. But there's captains, there's colonels, there's a war that was fought in New York. I think it was called Brooklyn or something. I forgot what it was back in, I don't know, 14 or 1500s, where they had to come across the river, and it was interesting. It's actually all in the history books, believe it or not. And I was surprised that my heritage had gone through quite a bit to form what's going on here. Okay, so here's where we're at. The wife wants the tree down, don't you, dear? Because it's still producing acorns, and they're getting all over everything. Well, I'm not going to take it down, but I am going to shave it down so it won't grow anymore. I'm going to shave all this off. Shave all it off. I'm going to stop it from growing and producing. And then I may have some wood with character. That's what I'm saying. So, alright. Hey, babe. Wait a minute, I'll show you guys off. Okay, guys, so today's Tuesday, April 23rd, I think I said it was, and the bullshit section is over. Kind of took you around the yard, looked for some wood, came up with a plan. Maybe tomorrow, if it's nice, I'll talk to you about that tent. I'll do a review on it. I can do an honest review on that tent. Well, I always try to do an honest review. The only thing is, if you do a review too soon, things can change. And that happened with me when I did those guns. And, you know, they were working great. They really were. And then within a few months, they became the biggest piece of crap that I've ever owned. But meanwhile, that tent, the wife and I put that tent up March of last year for the boys. I'm sure there's a video on it. And we've never taken it down. So it's been up all last year from March, all through the winter, all the storms, everything that went on. It never came down. And I think that'll be a pretty good idea, or an indication as to what you guys can think about it. So we'll take care of that. If tomorrow's as nice as today, we'll be all set. So what I do today, I went and had coffee with the guys today, which was good. So I got that out of the way. And it felt good to get back out there and have coffee. I had a scrambled egg with a piece of wheat toast, 2 cups of 50-50 on the coffee. I can deal with 50-50. The doctor never told me to come off caffeine. He said I can have a cup, or even maybe a little bit more in a cup if I wanted to. So I figure if I mix it 50-50, I can deal with it. Having 2 or 3 cups, that's not a big deal, because it'll be half and half. So, but meanwhile, I got home a little after 12 and put on my shop clothes and came out here. And then the wife came out and I took care of a few things out here. I got the package ready. I just got to throw one more thing in that, and I can take that over to the UPS tomorrow and get that out to my sis. And then we got the trash out. I put down a couple of patio blocks that were annoying me, and they were under 10 pounds. And I know that because the weight was on them, so I didn't have to worry about the weight factor. What else? Well, the wife cut the front lawn, so that was a good thing. I put some Rain-X on the lens cameras. I got it squirted it up there. Hopefully we'll see if that works or not. I can check when I go in the house. If not, I'll come back out here and hit it with a hose. And walked around, checked the wood pile, walked around, checked the bamboo, checked the weeping willows, just kind of figured out what I got to do this year in the yard. Got a few things out of the way. So it's probably close to 3 o'clock. Well, I don't know how close, but let's see. It's 14:40. Yeah, so a few more minutes, it'll be 3 o'clock. So I'm going to take my stuff here, my pillow speaker that I showed you earlier, and these 2 chargers. I want to see if I can find out if this fast charger will fit that tablet or not. If not, I know it'll fit the phones and things, but I got fast chargers for the phones. But other than that, I guess that's about it, guys. I should go back into the house, and we're pretty well set. So, I walked around quite a bit. I didn't get my heart going into a full, workout, but just from walking around after not doing anything for 3 or 4 weeks, kind of got me at a little bit higher rate, nothing crazy. I didn't feel it pounding. I didn't get out of breath, but I walked around enough to where I got a little sweat going between the walking and the little bit of working I was doing and the temperature outside, and stuff like that. So I feel pretty good right now. So I'm going to go in the house and chill. So guys, I appreciate all your concerns, and I will try to catch up on the videos, and we'll take it from there. So catch you later.